So I just want to start off by saying that this is my first YouTube video. I have never made a YouTube video before. I feel so weird right now. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but here it goes. I'm making this video on abusive relationships. I decided to do it on this just because I feel like I've learned so much in the last few months, and when I did leave my abusive relationship, something that really helped me was watching YouTube videos. Like, I went and I searched up people who have been abused and who left and are happy now and how they got through it, you know, just hearing other people's experiences and knowing that, well, this person did it, I can do it too, it really helped. And along with, you know, my family, my friends, always have support, reach out to people, because I know when you are in a relationship that's abusive, you push everyone away, because I did not have anyone but my ex, and he wanted it that way, and that's what it was. And now that I left, I reached out to everyone, and I have everyone that I could possibly want back in my life, and it is the best feeling ever, because I felt so trapped and diminished, and I had no self-love. No, I still struggle, and I have no problem admitting that. You know, when you're with someone for 3 years who does nothing but put you down, that's what happens. But, you know, I'm getting myself back, and I hope that this video can help someone do the same. I know a lot of other abusers say is that it's your fault. It's your fault that I hit you. If you wouldn't have done this, then this wouldn't have happened. Like, no. I'm sorry, but no. No matter what, a man should never put their hands on a female. I don't care what you did. It doesn't matter. You don't put your hands on a female. You don't, and even if it just be something like grabbing her too hard or like pushing, like, no. And then when it gets to like punching, like, what could I have done to a grown man to make you punch me in the face or choke me or anything like that? Like, what could I possibly do? Nothing. You can't do anything to make someone do that to you. That's horrible. So don't ever think that it's your fault, ever. And, you know, it's one thing to know that it's not your fault, but to really believe it is something else, because it took me a long time to really believe that it wasn't my fault, because I grew up being abused. And one of the things that he would tell me, obviously deserved to be abused because even my parents abused me. So that I deserved it. The other people abused me because I'm annoying, and that's why he did it. And I always knew it wasn't true, but when you love someone so much and they tell you these things, like, what if it is true? You know, when you really get in those weak moments where you're like just done, you really think, like, what if it is true? And it's the saddest thing, but I promise you, it's not your fault, and nothing that you could ever do would ever make it your fault. It's him. He has a problem, and there's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't fix him. And that's another thing that's really a hard pill to swallow, is that you cannot fix somebody like that. When I left, it wasn't like the first time. It wasn't like, oh, I just, you know, I finally decided after 3 years I'm leaving. No, it took me a long time. It took me 3 years to leave. Like, it takes some people 7, it takes some people 10, it takes some people 20. Like, I've heard of people who have been married and they leave after 20 years with their kids. Like, it could always be worse. But what always made me go back is, like, I would obsess, like, what if he really changes? What if he finally changes? What if this time he's, you know, oh, I'm so sorry, you know, I want to marry you, and this time it's really gonna change. But does it matter? After a while, I was just like, does it matter if he changes when he can't take back anything that he's done? Do you really want to be with this person after what he's done? No. He would always talk about getting married. How can I marry someone and say my vows. Oh, this person has never hurt me. This person would never hurt me. I couldn't say that. I couldn't say any of that. You can't think of a future with someone like that. And once someone betrays you, that's it. Once someone cheats, you know, you can't get that trust back. It's just not there anymore. When someone proves to you that they don't love you, they can't prove to you that they do. It's just not possible. No matter how bad you want it to be possible, it's just not. And you just have to accept that. And you have to know that there's somebody else out there who's not gonna do that. You're not gonna have to change them. You're not gonna have to sit there and coach them and tell them what you like and what you don't like, because they're already gonna know. They're already gonna act how you want them to act. And it seems so impossible that there's somebody out there like that, but there is. There really is. And one of the things that really helped me leave was when I realized that. When I realized that there are other guys out there who don't hit people and who don't make girls feel like they're worthless, and who don't put them down, and who don't talk down on their bodies. And, you know, there's good men out there. There's good people out there with the same heart as you. They're not all evil. One of the times that we broke up, I actually met someone, and he was great, and he was amazing. And I, of course, self-destructed and ruined it, because when you're in an abusive relationship and you go from 0 to 100, you explode. And that's exactly what happened, is that I found this healthy, amazing guy who would have treated me like a queen, and I just exploded. And I wanted to run back, and I did run back to what I was used to. And it takes a lot for someone to really understand that and not blame yourself. You know, don't ever blame yourself for anything. All of this is a learning experience, and it doesn't matter how many times you went back, and it doesn't matter how long you stayed, because you gain something in the end. I can't even tell you how depressed I was, and how I had anxiety all the time. I was depressed my whole life. You know, there was only a few moments where I can really say that I was happy, and I'm 20 now, and I'm so happy. Like, I am happy. And there is times where I get in those, you know, those depressing moods, but I know how to get out of it now. And that's what you gain, is that you learn. Thinking about memories. The memories would kill me, because no, he wasn't horrible all the time. And this is one of the things that in the YouTube videos they didn't talk about. And I was looking for, because I wondered, like, was the people that they were with, were they horrible all the time? Or was it like my situation? And my situation was that he was amazing. You know, when we were good, we were great. We connected on a whole other level. We would laugh about the stupidest things. We were comfortable. Like, there was nothing I couldn't tell him or do in front of him. Like, I was so comfortable in front of him. And that's something that I will always remember. But the bad outweighed the good by far. You know, you have to realize that it's not worth it. You have to realize that you're gonna have all those good things with someone else without the bad, without having to get beat, without having to get talked down on or cheated on or lied to all the time. You're gonna have all of that, but better. So why stay? Why stay? I promise you, there is somebody out there for all of us. There's over 7 billion people in this world, and you're holding on to one person. And that's when I realized, no. Imagining him with other people, that's a hard one. And that was hard for him too. For me, that part was kind of easy at the end, because my ex cheated on me multiple times. So I already knew how it felt for him to do things with other people, like sexually and all of that, emotionally. You know, he he told me that he loved someone else at one point, and it hurt really bad, and I was so weak. I would beg for him. There were times after he would hit me that I would be just begging for him to stop and be telling him that I love him. And I can't believe that's the person that I was, and I can't believe, as a woman, it's so degrading, but I have no problem admitting that I was in that place in my life, because I'm here now and I'm out of it, and I am so strong for getting out of it, and have so much knowledge now than I did before I met him that I wouldn't even take it back. Really, I wouldn't take it back, because I would not know all of this, and I will never allow anyone to ever do this to me again. When I would get anxiety, because you're gonna get anxiety, you're gonna be laying there and all of a sudden it's just gonna hit you, and you're just gonna be like, oh my God, I was supposed to do this, and we were supposed to go here, and we were supposed to get married, and we were supposed to do this and that. But just stop. Overthinking will kill you. Literally, overthinking will kill you. Every time I start to overthink, I'm just like, take it day by day. Take it day by day. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about yesterday. Don't think about a month ago. Don't think. Do not think. Get up and do something. Don't think at all, because once you start thinking, that's what gives you that depression and that anxiety, is when you start thinking. Delete all the pictures, delete all the videos. Don't go back. Don't look back. Wake up every morning and think about what you're going to do for that day, and do it, and just keep going. And you eventually adapt and you get used to it, and that's exactly what I did. I just kept pushing. Wake up every morning, go to work, go, if you don't work, go to school, go do something every day. Do something and get up. Always get up. Don't stay in bed. I used to stay in bed all the time and just be so depressed. Don't do it. Don't let yourself get into that dark place, because you don't have to. It's all a choice. It's all how you look at the situation, and you have to accept the pain. You have to accept that it's gonna freaking hurt like hell, and you have to accept that you loved someone who was unhealthy and who was toxic and who you had to let go of. You have to accept it. Keep moving forward. You're obviously not meant to be with someone who treats you that way. Before I left, I really prayed, and I was working at a restaurant. I wasn't making that much money, and I was paying for a lot of things, and I was struggling really bad. I didn't have a car for a while because I had gotten in an accident, so I was really struggling, and I prayed all the time. I was just like, please get me out of this. I don't care what you do. I don't care what I have to realize. Just get me out. And I started looking for a new job. We were living together, so it was hard. But I started looking for a new job, and I found one. And I went to the interview, and I told myself, and I prayed, and I said, if I get this job, I'm gonna leave. I promise. I'm gonna leave, because you have to know that, God or whatever, if you believe in another higher spirit, but I believe in God, and I think that He has a plan for all of us, and it's all planned out, and that we all have someone out there, and we all, are meant to do something. We're all meant for something, and I know that obviously I wasn't meant to be with someone who treated me that way. None of us are meant to be with someone and get abused and get cheated on and talked down on. It's just not something we're all supposed to be happy. And if you're not happy, then you're doing something wrong. I don't know. Alright guys, to sum it up, I just want to say that we all deserve to be loved. We all, as women especially, deserve to know our worth and to feel beautiful. If anyone is ever making you feel less of a person, whether it be a friend or a guy or a family member, drop toxic people from your life, like completely just cut them off. Like there's no reason to even bother with someone like that. We all need positivity in our lives, and if someone is not bringing that to you, walk away. Like you will know right away. You will sense when a man is bad. Like it's our instinct as women. Like just when you feel that instinct, listen to it. When you get that gut feeling, listen to it. If you are watching this and you're going through something, reach out to whoever you can. And if you're alone, don't worry. If you're alone, you'll get through it. I was alone for a while, and that's part of the reason why I stayed for so long. But if I would have left sooner, I would have had all the people I have now way sooner. And I promise you, when you leave, everything will fall into place, because this is not the plan or the path that you're supposed to be on. And when you get on the path that you're supposed to be on, everything just starts falling into place. I swear, I never thought that I would be here and that this many people would help me, that my friends would help me. Everyone came around, you know. It was hard for them. It was hard for people to be there for me when I was with someone who was abusing me and putting me in danger, and it was to the point where I wanted to die, and I thought that he would end up killing me if I didn't kill myself. And it was pretty freaking sad. And like looking back at my mind then and my mind now is just an amazing transformation. And I hope that like you guys hearing this from me can help you.